Now we've discussed how UTXOs work, how transactions are built, and how they chain together. Let's explore transaction types and Decred's unique transaction tree structure. Decred transactions are divided into two trees within each block: the regular transaction tree and the stake transaction tree. The stake transaction tree contains transactions related to Decred's governance and consensus system, while the regular transaction tree includes all other types of transactions. As of block 552,448, the treasury reward was moved from the coin-based transaction in the regular tree to its own treasury-based transaction in the stake transaction tree. This consensus upgrade, DCP6, introduced a fully decentralized treasury. Coins created in each block now form three base transactions that split the block reward as follows. Coinbase, 1% miner reward plus block fees. Treasury base, 10% allocated to Decred's decentralized treasury. Stake base, 89% divided between 5 randomly selected tickets. The regular transaction tree. The first transaction in the regular tree is the Coinbase transaction. Every mined block includes one Coinbase transaction containing 1% of the block reward plus transaction fees. Following the Coinbase transaction, the order of transactions depends on the miner, though it's typically based on fee priority. The regular transaction tree includes various transaction types unrelated to staking or governance, such as standard peer-to-peer payments, simple transfers of funds between individual addresses, atomic swap contracts and redemption transactions, time-dependent transactions like DCR DEX bond creation and redemption, Lightning Network channel operations, privacy mixing transactions, multi-sig and other contract-based transactions, where transactions requiring multiple signatures or governed by more complex scripts. The stake transaction tree. The first transaction in the stake tree is the treasury-based transaction, which allocates 10% of the block reward. This structure improves management and accounting by directly crediting the treasury account, ensuring funds are reserved for governance-approved expenditures. Treasury funds are managed by Decred stakeholders. Spending from the treasury requires stakeholder approval through a voting process, resulting in a treasury spend transaction once approved. Technically, the next series of transactions can appear in any order, but generally, they appear as follows. Stake vote transactions, up to 5 per block. These stake-based transactions receive 89% of the block reward. Selected tickets validate the miner's work and maintain network consensus. Following these are ticket purchase transactions, with a maximum of 20 tickets purchasable per block. Tickets typically vote after an average of 28 days and expire if not used within 142 days. Decred has a target pool size of 40,960 tickets. Ticket revocation transactions are next in the transaction tree. These transactions will occur automatically if a ticket has missed its vote or the ticket has expired without voting. The revocation transaction returns the ticket value minus fee and minus ticket reward to the holder's address, as well as being the first output in the treasury-based transaction. Treasury add can also be used as a unique transaction to credit the treasury independently. A user can send funds to the treasury for various reasons, including moving old treasury balance to the new treasury account, returning funds due to overpayment and donations to the Decred project. The final transaction in the stake tree, if applicable, is the T-spend transaction. This is a special transaction that lets stakeholders vote and approve a treasury spend. A T-spend transaction will only appear in a block after the voting period has ended. This transaction type, along with the treasury add transaction, was introduced as part of the Decentralized Treasury Consensus Upgrade DCP6. Decred's dual transaction tree design separates governance and consensus functionality from regular network activity, enhancing transparency, accountability, and decentralization. Decred's governance-first protocol represents a new model for sustainable blockchain evolution, where stakeholders, not miners or developers, guide the project's future through on-chain consensus and transparent funding.